Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mac and Max Off-Road Podcast, brought to you by Keep It Simple Off-Road. This is your host, Mike.
Nice, I like that. And this is Max. We're taking you from the garage to the trail. Well, lately I think we're just taking you from the garage, from your garage to my garage and the studio. And
over here.
Dude, listen to that
here.
non-echo in this room.
Dude, it's dope, bro.
Yeah?
You got the place looking good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look different on the camera, but who cares? Looks everywhere we're looking looks
Oh,
different.
you only did the one middle camera. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, it's easier to
I
edit.
thought that foam would be easy. That would be visible in your shot across, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think the foam behind me would be visible.
Nope, that one's definitely not. This
Yeah.
one's not either. Because I try to keep it
I think
tight.
anything in the lights would not be visible. Anything in the path
Right.
of the lights, you know?
Correct. And you got us a TV.
Yeah.
Why did you put a TV in here?
So we could like mirror cast, or we could like mirror things
Oh,
from
right.
the phone to the TV, and then I could show you like photos or during the week of like crazy stuff I saved, or like if you go wheeling and I don't go wheeling,
Right.
We could like throw the clips from the phone to the TV,
Oh, good.
and then we could like both see them and be like, dang, how the fuck,
Look
how
at
did
this wheeling
Steve,
guy.
how did Steve do it? You know,
Right.
how did he wheel an obstacle while scuttle grilling a steak?
Dude, you know, that's
I don't understand.
That would be good because actually, as I'm trying to empty my phone. My phone's got like 18,000
Yeah.
pictures on it. It's
Junk.
obscene, absurd. Anyways, old crap. Yeah, a bunch of screenshots of one day I'm going to read that, whatever the hell it is. But
Yep,
it's too
I
small.
do that
can't
too.
read it either.
I do that
so.
too. Yep.
But at any rate, I ran across Steve's line on Lower Terminator.
Wait, us doing it or him doing it?
Me particularly doing it.
Yeah,
I saw
no,
the video me
there-
going up in
Steve's, there's no way that he made it.
there.
He still says it.
Well, I looked at it and I was like, wonder why I didn't go farther left into
Oh.
that tree. I think I tried to stay out of the tree, but if I'd have went
Yeah,
further left, I might have made it.
I think he even said, stay in the tree, like as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, just a little left.
Right.
And it didn't work.
We may have to do that again. We may
Yeah.
have to do that.
With
pretty
I'm
soon.
going with Steve.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride with
leading.
Steve and be like, Steve's line. Steve's line.
leading. All right.
You know what podcast was I listening to the other day? They totally referenced Scottle Steve. I think it was Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
yeah, when they did the four of them
Yeah.
together.
He's all, well, Mike and Max are over there at freaking Scottle Steve's. And
Club Scottle.
I was like, oh, nice. Scottle Steve's getting a little clout.
Right.
Is that a thing? Is that our audience? Do we say clout to our audience? I don't know.
Yeah. Our audience is cloudy. Clouty. Yeah, man. We should have Tekashi 6ix9ine in here and get some real clout.
Are they cloudy like shady?
No,
Because
clouty.
clouds make shade.
Oh,
you know?
I get to open with a shitty joke.
Oh, please.
It's about coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, never mind. You won't catch it.
Oh.
Or you won't get it. God, I fucked it up.
You won't get it.
You
That's
won't
pretty
get it.
good.
Right. I thought so. I actually thought because you're German
Yeah.
that you wouldn't get it. And I'd have to explain it to you. So I had this all thought out in my head like, I don't get it. It wasn't going to
Yeah.
be funny. Or you would have just fucked with me and did that on purpose.
That's a high possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
Probability.
Yeah.
All right. That was my shitty joke. So go on.
Jeep updates. Or am I skipping ahead?
No, that's where we're at.
Oh.
All right. What are your updates, homie?
Well, I've been working on these monster valves.
It doesn't matter. Let me tell you about my updates. I'm just kidding.
Jiminy Cricket.
Mezzing.
This guy.
All right, go on. You were doing
I
what?
got 2 of my valve stems in.
Nice.
So the first one actually took forever because, you got to figure it out. I used like an empty bucket and the bucket kept falling over from my rim. It was a whole mess. And then
I got a tip for that.
oh,
That's super cool.
put stuff in the bucket so it's heavy.
No, bro.
Oh.
Because you're doing it on an empty rim. It has to be off, right? Not an empty rim.
Yeah.
Your tire has to be off.
The ring has to come off the beadlock rim. Yes.
Never mind. My idea won't work for you.
Thank
But
you.
when I get into me doing mine
Ooh.
with the threaded, because you have the non-threaded for
Yep.
the KMC wheels, so you can continue. But I have a very good tip for those people that are doing
Nice.
the threaded.
So what I was saying,
So scratch all that and go again.
the first one took a while. And it's hot out, But I wanted to do it right. I wanted to make sure it was seated. I was like triple checking everything because I didn't know how far to seat like this brass fitting on the bottom, But I'm very confident. And now that it's been sitting there for like 3 days with
Okay.
2 valve stems done, 0 leaks.
Nice.
So that's
Didn't
really
you
good.
test for leaks with a spray?
No.
Oh.
With my ear. I was like, huh? Is it leaking?
Really? No soapy water, no Windex, nothing? Okay, all right.
I just wait 3 days.
All right.
And then I use my pressure gauge, and it
It's
said
still the same.
26.
Nice.
Isn't that better than soapy water?
Yeah, works great. Works awesome. What'd you put on the? Oh, you don't have threads. Gosh, yeah, these are so different. I ran into all kinds of issues.
You know, it's surprising how thin the rim actually is, where the rubber is. Like this piece, this little brass fitting on my monster valve.
Okay.
Like it almost, when I was inside the rim, because of course you can't see very much. It almost felt like there's only like one thread showing, because you know you're trying to feel around with your fingers.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And it's so tight. Like this thing's hard to see. You know.
Dude, you're right. That whole thing. Oh, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
That rim's fucking a half-inch thick right there.
But it's countersunk too. So this thing sits inside the rim. The monster valve itself sits like countersunk into the rim, and then the piece that goes in, I bet you it's like 1/4 inch or maybe 3/8.
I really should have brought one.
It's not that big, surprisingly, because this thing seats deep into there.
It does?
Yeah.
So how many threads do you think you have on it? At least 6 or 7 full turns?
Well, I know that. Sorry, let me take this off. Like when it's all the way seated in the rim, I know what it looks like, so I can show you that.
Okay. Oh, you're in there deep.
Yeah, like the whole fitting is threaded to the monster valve, and there's almost one thread showing. I know that the bevel here is like sticking out, because I was having a hard time with the tool. Sure. Like I was having a hard time seating the tool because like the thing is so sunk, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure to tighten this thing down. So I was being careful, because I on the first one I was twisting the little teeth of the tool, and I had to straighten them out.
I was wondering about this. Okay, so are you actually using the tool inside to do the turn, because you can't get a wrench on this anymore, because that's totally buried?
Yeah, I'm just holding it, and then doing little, like, you know, I got a little 1/4 inch ratchet with an 8mm tool with an 8mm socket on the back. And then I'm getting like 2-3 clicks out of it and just doing tiny turns. And I'm also trying to let it like go by feel, you know, like, does it feel like it's getting too tight? You know, like just common sense, trying to be like, don't crank it, because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
yeah, and you don't know how tight to make. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
And your wrist is so like, because I didn't take the tires off, you know, did you see my picture of the sockets holding the tire back? And then I'm like alligator flopping my wrist in there, like, you know, trying to like.
God, that would suck.
Yeah.
I see what you're trying to do though, not break that back bead.
Exactly.
Pain in the ass.
Oh, I don't think I can break it at home anymore.
No.
They're too high tech.
So the other thing you found out is that brass piece. See, we're thinking the whole time that whole thing's going to slide through, but the brass doesn't.
No way. It doesn't fit through the valve stem hole.
Which is good, because it's not coming back out.
Because our initial fear was like, what if this thing loosens up over like a year or two of wheeling and just goes whoosh out on the freeway? So no chance of that happening, unless this entire thing came unthreaded. But even then, it's so tight in the rubber, I bet you it would just start to like protrude out a little bit, if anything.
Yeah.
Like it's like I have to thread it down the rubber to get it into the hole. Like you can't push it.
Really? So you got to put the rubber in first and then thread it in.
But I'm also trying to be careful. I don't want to rip it. You know, there's no extra parts, you know? So I mean,
you know what's tripping me out now that I'm looking at that? So this is brass and aluminum, and those two metals don't like each other. They don't like to work together.
But maybe that's good once you tighten it up. Maybe it's not meant to come back out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to bust it
I was
off.
thinking, like, should I be using Loctite? Should I have Googled this? Should I have tried to read the Power Tank website? Like, should I have?
Yeah, we didn't do any of that crap. I didn't do any of it. Some anti-seize, maybe. You know?
No, nope. I mean, I spit on it a little because the rubber wouldn't go in the hole, dude. And how do you make rubber go in a hole?
Let's keep moving. But yeah, that's interesting, dude.
Yeah, so, you know, because my Jeep's parked really tight into the garage, I got the 2 tires that are facing out towards me done.
Nice.
And then hopefully this weekend I can finish the rest.
I did them too. I did one. I did the spare tire because it was off already. I don't want to do the other 4 yet until I drive the Jeep and see if I fixed my vibration.
Yes.
So, but once I do that, then it'll be good to go. Knock them out. I got it down. So I did the very first one. Like you said, it takes a little longer. 27.
You got to figure out, you know, like comfortably drill straight down. You know, you got to get a feel for everything.
So I got a piece of aluminum that was a 1/2 inch thick, and I went through. I went on YouTube and looked it up, and Steve Sasaki, that's the dad, the owner of Power Tank, him and his son Tyler.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so speaking of which, on our YouTube video, the last one, it was it was under Power Tank, so I don't know which one of them was replying. Most likely Tyler. I think he does all that. But he said, "You're right. The red is their signature, and it stands out. That's why they don't do them in different colors, and that it will stand
That
out.
makes
Bling
sense.
bling. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that.
Well, you're the old logo guy, or not logo guy. You know.
Yeah, not to brag, but
You did build a pretty hefty brand back in the day
pat on the back.
before internets.
There's internet. There just wasn't good smartphones. I'll tell you that.
Right. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so I watched this video, and he makes it super freaking simple, dude. He's like, oh, you just drill this hole, drill this hole, 4 different bits, blah, blah, blah. So I followed his video.
Oh, he stepped it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I did that, and it ends on 7/16. And I verified this through Tyler, and he's like, yeah, 7/16. Dude, I'm telling you, I think that hole's a little bit tight, because I thought for sure I was going to break the tap off.
Damn.
And even though I did this one in the vise, it was crooked as fuck. And I was like, damn, thank God that was a test one. Well,
the picture didn't look crooked, or you can't tell. The way you took the photo looked really good. You know,
this
photo
is
magic.
This is the test.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
So once you screw up, would you do a second test or just go for it?
No, just go for it.
That's exactly what I did.
Because now you know what not to do.
Do not make that fucker crooked, dude. So,
that's awesome.
So I went in and I was just like, all right, this can't be too hard. So I actually set my tire so I wasn't on the ground. I threw it on my tailgate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then I ran a ratchet strap over the top of it.
Oh.
And then I tucked in a camera under the ratchet strap so I have a straight down view of it. Looks pretty cool. And then a nice camera, you know. So there's a video coming out. Should be out actually before this.
So we could almost do the same thing to make a video of this style monster valve. Like if I brought my Jeep or one of the tires over to your house. Well,
they're different, but yes and no. I want to throw a GoPro inside the tire with a light, and then we can see what the hell's going on in there.
Well, but my hand will entirely cover up while I'm like working.
We'll try
on
and put it directly under it. That tire's pretty wide. You got 12 inches there at least. So,
but I'm just saying, like when I'm working on it, like imagine me doing this, right? So no matter what view, unless you got this view, I guess. But I guess we could make something work.
We'll try to figure it out.
Yeah,
If not, we'll just bust one of the tires loose.
Oh, whoa! Did you make this all tight and you're expanding the rubber, man?
Probably.
Jeez.
I don't care about your
You know
shit.
how hard these little rubbers are to get in that hole?
I bet you got to spit on it.
I actually used a pick. I like rolled one edge into it and then used a pick and I pushed it and slowly like wiggled it down.
I thought your updates were over. I thought this was me time.
Dude, I
This is
barely
Mike
got
time, bro.
I barely got one update out and you're like, oh, my monster valve,
hold on,
mine's so much better than yours.
Let's just volley back and forth here, bro. Because why would we go to Monster Valves, go through all your shit, right back to Monster Valves, right? We could just ping pong, a little volley back and forth. All right. So, but Tyler on Power. Oh yeah, we just said that.
Yeah.
And he said, send you a video or send you a pic of your Jeep because your Jeep's going to be on the website.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right?
I did already reply to him on the email. I think I chose like 11 photos that I thought looked good. And
he's probably like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, you know what?
I just wanted one.
What's surprisingly hard is to find a good photo where the rims are showing. Because that's what he wanted, right? Was to see the KMC rim.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are like dead on from the front or like too far away.
Yeah, it's hard to show anything cool at a straight profile.
I kind of just gave him a bunch of options that showed the rim, and like most of them were good wheeling pictures, you know, and some were just like sitting there pictures.
I think that's what he wants. I think he would like him on a real rock crawler, like really rock crawling.
Yeah,
you know.
So your Jeep?
No, your Jeep's fine. I don't have
I'm
KMCs.
I know.
Nope.
Ooh, what if we put one on your Jeep? Then you could sneak in there.
I would love them. I love the chrome. My Jeep started with chrome wheels.
Polished.
Whoa,
dude. Who are you talking chrome to?
Whatever. Anyway, I love them, and then I bought black ones. So,
yeah.
Because anyway.
Did yours not have the option? Or
no, but I didn't realize that they were the Stons or whatever Steve has. It's the same rim with a different ring.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have went that route.
I think that's a tire deflator thing.
What the hell's it called? Oh yeah.
You have what rims?
I have ATX slabs. But remember, it's a husband, wife, and they're fucking. It's the same damn.
He's
rim.
got the ones like you, but with a star.
Yeah, but I didn't want that star.
Yeah,
the big ass rock ring star. I would have cut that shit right off.
Yeah. Who else cut theirs out? Somebody we know cut.
Probably Dennis. I don't know.
I think it was Tyler on Snail Trail. Cut him out. I think. I don't know.
He's got race lines
now.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know.
Okay.
So back to mine.
Back to my update. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, right. So, dude, the test one was like, I was like, well, that kind of went shitty. It was way harder than what his video looked like.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, put it on the thing and started to go through the whole process. And you know, in his video, he says he left the tire pressure in there, so when you're blowing as you're drilling and holing, it blows the chips out.
That makes sense.
That shit comes out like a cannon, bro. It's coming out like 10 feet in the air. It's in my hair. I had to put on some safety glasses, dude.
Oh, because you're stepping, because you already have a hole,
Yeah.
and then you had continuous pressure, and you're drilling each one into each size. You're going
and
down.
every time you go down, dude, the shards of that shit are flying everywhere into the air.
I know you had told me that during the week, and I was like, why is metal flying everywhere? Like, what are you talking?
It's funny because every video tries to show how easy it is.
Yeah.
Right? So,
ooh, is yours going to show how much it sucks?
fuck yeah, dude. It's totally going to show that. So I even went back to speed it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to speed it up. I'm going to show this. It's like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason it went from 27 to 15, but what it cut out was me leaving the scene to go find the next tool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Well, multiple times.
just dumb shit. Yeah, that part is cut out. But where I was like, ooh, I need to get some thread sealant I didn't have. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, I forgot the cutting oil.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. But
what's cutting oil?
makes it cut easier. Yeah,
There's
dude. The reason is you all I could think about. Okay, so I drill the hole, and first off, you know, you're eyeballing it, so you just sort of sit there, and I get a hole punch. I was like, all right, click, 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 you know, and you just have to go for it, bro. So I didn't actually have a problem drilling through everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that part was fine, and it was straight up and down. It's got a nice whatever to it. All that went fine. When I went to tap it, that is the scary part because
you get tap crooked too.
yeah,
Right?
exactly.
I mean,
even more. So I have like a little deburr tool.
Yep.
So I give it a little deburr at the top to try to let the tap set in there a little easier.
Yep.
Fuck, dude. And without being able, you know, I have a tap machine that has dual handles, but it's too tight against the rim. You can't do that. So you have to do it with a wrench. So I'm using a 1/2-inch wrench.
Yep.
You know, a ratcheting box in. But because the force is only on one side, it totally wants to flop all over the place. So I had to start it like 2 or 3 times to get it to actually go.
damn.
And then when you do get it to go, the first part's okay, but when you get it has to go so deep, right? So when I had the test one, I threaded it in and did it back and forth, and then I taped the shit out of the tap, so I knew not how far to go down.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
depth.
Dude. And even on the rim itself, I couldn't get it to go back down that deep.
Whoa.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was like, I even leave the grunts in the video. I'm like, you know, like it was ridiculous because you can tell when I'm pulling on it, but I wanted people to see, like,
How not easy it is.
yeah, or when you know, if I make it look all super easy, like his dad did, Steve. Anyway, you know, like what I was doing, I was like, what am I doing wrong here? I unthreaded that fucker and we rewatched the video, and I'm like, I've got to be doing something wrong here. But I've tapped a million things, dude.
Yeah.
No issues like that. But
Do you think aluminum is harder to tap than steel?
no, I'd be curious.
It should actually be softer.
There's
right?
a chart out there that will tell you the right drill bit size for the tap. I should verify it. I know he said 7/16. I talked to him. He said it, and that's
Watch
what I
him listen
used.
to this, and he's like, "No, man,
You're so
7/16?
dumb.
That's way too small."
So because you remember when I was building my engine? Okay, when I was building my engine, I was using a How to Rebuild Your Book, your 350 book, and in there it said to put your the oil. There's an oil pickup on the bottom of the engine.
Okay.
There's one little tiny ass bolt, and it says in the book that I have, it says to torque that at 115 foot-pounds. So I'm cranking on it, bro, and I was like, oh. So, but it got it to go, dude, and it got it to click. So that night I go back and I'm talking with Joe, the machinist, you know, and I told him, I said, yeah, I got the oil pump in today, dude, and I cranked that fucker to 115 pounds, and he's like, what the fuck did you just say? And I was like, what? And he goes, you fucking are lying, right? And I was like, no, why would I be lying, Joe? Like, this is my first engine I ever built. Why the hell would I be lying? He's like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. And I was like, what are you talking? I felt he made me feel this fucking big, bro. And then he says, inch pounds, stupid. Inch pounds. 115 inch pounds. And I was like,
but was it a typo in the book, or did you just assume it?
No. So he said, he's like, you got to be wrong. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, that's what the book said. So I run, he goes, get your ass home. He goes, if you fucked up that main bearing, dude, because that's where the bolt goes into on the crank. He's like, you're going to toast that whole thing. And he had me so scared. This is at 1 o'clock in the morning. I go back out there, flip it, you know, take it off. And I come back and I said, I brought him the book. I go, Joe, This fucking book says 115 foot-pounds in it, and he grabs a book and he flips it to the back and he says, "You see this?" And it says notes, and there are a bunch of blank pages. He goes, "This is for fucking errors in the book, dude." He was like, "You can't rely on that. Use your fucking brain, dude."
And doesn't every bolt have a rating of torque it can handle too?
Yeah.
Before it'll basically spin the head off the threads.
Exactly. So he told me after that, he said,
But I wouldn't have looked that
he
up
said,
either.
get online and there's a chart for torque of every bolt. There's a torque for everything and drill bit size, and there's universal. That doesn't change with anything. And he goes, you got to use your brain when you have a little tiny ass bolt. You're not torquing that son of a bitch to 115 foot-pounds. And I was like, all right. So you got to learn something.
Hey, but hey, has that bolt ever come loose?
No, it hasn't. I don't know. Actually, I've never taken the engine back apart. But at any rate, the point of that is like you should see, like when I did the 205 rebuild video, I wanted people
With
to
the Mexican Fiesta music.
yeah, it's calming. Anyways, shut up. People love the music, dude. I wanted them to see, I redid that idler bearing. It took me 3 tries to get it right. You know what I mean? Like, it seems long, but once you figure it out, you could bump ahead. You know what I mean? But people need to see it because I was actually really shocked at how hard it was to tap that rim. So, I'm leaving all that shit in there.
Good.
But tap it in.
I guess it shows the real world normal person trying to do something who maybe wasn't a machinist, who doesn't know everything about drilling and tapping, and they wanted a badass way to air up and down, and that's me. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get these in.
Yeah,
right, cool.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Drill, tap, what?
But dude, trying to get that thing as low as I needed it, so it didn't, it stands up quite a bit anyway.
Does it say anything about that? Like, are you supposed to seat it? Is it supposed to show some threads? Is that like?
Okay, so in the video he said, "Oh, look, I got it. It's nice and flush down here with the thing."
Okay.
He says that.
Yeah.
But if you look at anything else,
It doesn't seat.
it never goes all the way that low. And you know what happens when you do go that low?
You break shit.
Well, you can't fix it. Let's say you strip a thread, you could actually go a little lower. You could thread it into it and get a little bit tighter next time and save it a bit.
Yeah.
So I decided to do that. One, I would have swore I was going to break the tap off.
You think it would have sealed? Could you have left it?
No, dude, it's got holes all on 4 sides all the way around it. I mean, taps aren't straight; they're fluted.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right. So what I did do though is I ended up hooking an air hose at 25 pounds of pressure off the compressor to the other thing, so it was constantly blowing air, and I didn't have to worry about any shards going in. That was cool, and I was able to control the speed it was coming out, so that was really cool. But yeah, so then a little bit of pipe dope in there, and then bam, put it on, and dude, it kicks ass.
No spit, huh?
No, it's good. It goes right in.
I guess that's the difference between our builds,
You just have to know how to use your shit. Anyway, yeah. Yours is covered in spit. All right, go back with your updates now. Jesus.
Well, I took Tyler's super cool Morphlate digital gauge that has never worked well for me, and only today I discovered why. Now the gauge works great.
Oh yeah,
but
it's a high quality.
Remember
gauge.
we were talking about the 45-degree fitting. Like, why do the KMC rims monster valves come with a 45-degree fitting versus a 90? And you were saying how great the 90 worked for yours.
Yep.
So Tyler's Morphlate was just a little like nub at the end, and it was my valve stem sits at a 45.
Right.
It's not straight up on the flat part of the rim. So the gauge was always like facing down into the ring, and I always had a hard time seeing it. And if you're not looking at it quite straight, the digital readout is kind of hard to see.
Right.
And I always had this little swivel deal laying around in the garage. And then I also swapped it out to like a dual prong like valve stem grabber versus the single. And then now I can actually like put it on the valve stem at any weird angle that it sits and just let it sit at an angle where I can see it really well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we should tell that to Tyler for KMC specific, that maybe something, or even a 45 would be a huge improvement, because
it just shows that they're just not doing it on paper.
Yeah.
Like with Power Tank, he actually had to set that, or somebody bitched about it somewhere, because the 90 wouldn't work on your rim.
Yeah.
Did I almost kill it? Oh,
No, you're good.
but yeah,
I was gonna try to implement this super cool new photo process, but pause.
You know what's funny is I heard Total Off Road Podcast. Tyler sent them some shit too, some of the Morphlights.
Yeah.
And they had the same reaction when we did it. We were like, oh, hey, this isn't shit. This is actually quality stuff. Like, I remember feeling that going, oh, this is actually really nice. So Max is playing with the TV. See, I was afraid. I don't even put a TV in my bedroom, bro, because I'm afraid of the distraction.
So here we go. This is what the Morphlate digital readout gauge looked like every time I was trying to air up. So, because I have the 2 valve stems 180 degrees apart.
Yep.
So, like, it's great to use the Morphlate and air up and do all the stuff. But I always had a hard time using the digital readout.
Yeah.
So,
do you have a picture with this on?
With the new and improved?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's way
now
easier.
you can actually see the digital readout of the pressure, which is perfect.
Yeah.
There's just a cool shot of a
I'm shocked
already installed monster valve.
how
No
deep
big deal.
that red goes. Is it hard to get to it to unscrew it?
It's a little tricky. It's not hard.
Yeah.
So because of that 45-degree angle, you can grab the sides really easily and twist it. You just can't grab it if you twist your hands 180.
Yeah.
90 degrees. You can't grab it that way. You have to go with the inside of the rim and stick your hand in straight and do it.
Oh, gotcha.
To where yours is probably just all the way out like this, and you can grab it any way you want.
Looks like a huge, gigantic rock grabber to me.
Yeah.
I am actually very nervous about it.
Mine are super recessed.
And because of it, immediately I went and got a 1/4x18 plug because it threw that in the bag in case this thing
But
gets
how
ripped
would
out.
you 1/4x18? How would you put that in if a rock sheared this off? The threads would stay in the rim, right?
Yeah, but this is just aluminum, so we should be able to jam a screwdriver in there and dig it out.
I was gonna say, I wonder if you could do like one of those emergency valve stems that go in from the outside and they expand, similar to this setup.
Oh yeah, good point. I don't know.
Just something.
I would almost bet you just put a screwdriver in it and it'll unthread. It's not in there
Really?
that tight. Yeah.
Oh, your monster valve's not that tight.
Doesn't
Like
need to be.
hand tight. Or
It's like 20 pounds or 20 foot-pounds. It's not very much at all.
120 foot-pounds.
No.
Click.
But still, I've aired up and down like 3 or 4 times now because it's just fun to unscrew
awesome.
this fucking thing.
It's loud, huh?
Yeah.
So do you think you have enough time to start one, start the next one, start the third one, start the fourth one, and by the time you come back, could you shut the first one and follow that process? Or would
Boy, I don't know, man.
They'd all be flat, huh?
I think so. I don't know. I want to try. That's a good point because it's funny because I was thinking
Because then you could still be faster than other monster valve users.
the only thing that I was thinking that sucked is now I have to stay bent over the whole time. Where with the Morphlate, I could just bend
You hook
over
it up
and then I
leave it.
stand there until it's ready, and then I go and hook it.
But you stand there for a long time.
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice
Not even that long.
if
That's
you're
not true.
too fast. But so I did notice a thing too is so this machining face right here,
Yeah.
at the bottom, on one of them it might have been too low or machined down a little too low because I was able to thread the red cap too far down, and it actually created a leak. So I had to back that up just a tad.
Interesting.
I just thought of something else. You know what? Because I don't know. Maybe I should go to the website too.
That
but
rubber washer is supposed to be in there.
yeah, to prevent that probably from going all
But
the way
didn't you
down.
say it could just go over the top of all
Yeah,
of that?
I just shove it back up.
Oh.
I mean, it stretches.
But
over
maybe
all
it's
that
a
shit.
spacer for that.
Maybe.
it's a guide.
I really thought it was.
God, we're
gonna
doing
do
a
this.
lot of guessing.
Yeah, we should just go read the instructions. Hey man, we saw the monkey. We didn't see the white lion picture guy.
That's right. Yeah, we're right brainers.
It's it. Right brainers. We're spontaneous and creatives. That's what we are. I'll put the picture of this up and.
But yeah, I'm definitely super excited that my digital readout gauge now is actually going to work really well. I was going to use a long hose, but I was like, like again with the bending over, all the stuff, like I would just like this to sit where I can read it really easy, and
Yeah.
I can just worry about the other side and shut it
Yeah,
off.
in that picture, it looked awesome.
Yeah, I can skip
You have
that.
to go to the video over at Keep It Simple Off Road on YouTube to see what the hell we're talking about. But you can do that because
There you go.
you can do
There
that.
it is. Look at that readout.
Yeah.
Juicy.
All I see is how like you drive by Braille according to those rock rings.
What about your rock rings? What do you?
Oh, they're perfect. What are you talking about? They're like new, bro.
Yeah,
mint.
it did not take long, man. When I got those KMC rims, they were beautiful.
You remember when we went to the Rubicon? Mine had that rainbow
Yep.
glaze on them.
Yeah.
They were so perfect. They were so machined perfect
Yes.
that they were like rainbowy.
Yeah, almost like the metal, like a heat weird finish, huh? Like a
Yeah,
No,
it just had a.
like-
It had like a hologram look sort of to them. They were beautiful, huh? And then that lasted like 5 seconds.
It's amazing how deep you can gouge aluminum too. You know, like
You know what's cool though is every time you take them off, I hit them with the angle grinder, clean them back up.
really every time.
Yeah,
How? Oh, but you don't take them off very often.
and they've only been apart like 3 times.
Yeah.
So.
I thought you needed like beeswax to grind aluminum and like a bunch of weird stuff.
It helps.
Oh, it helps.
Not is it beeswax? Yeah. Yeah. Is that big ass chocolate wax?
What do you think? It's monkey wax? Who else makes wax?
Oh, beeswax. Well, sex wax, like from a
Oh.
skateboard. No,
Oh,
the beeswax. The same. They use a beeswax. Never mind.
Okay.
Yes, beeswax. You touch that on the angle grinder,
Yeah.
cuts right through the aluminum like butter. Here's a tip for you, folks.
yeah.
Tip. Okay. What else,
Well,
homie?
you haven't done just a tip in a while.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
No, we haven't been wheeling with any ladies lately.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or barely wheeling, which is sad.
I know. Speaking of which, this is bullshit. We got to get our junk running. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I know.
Seriously, because like
All I need is hubs, a doubler, 3 more monster valves, and
all I need is
like 65 degrees.
I need to raise the cooler
Ooh.
like 3 inches.
Oh yeah, get into your cooler talk because we were talking about that before the podcast a little too long. You're
Yeah.
leaking all the juice.
Okay. So, I got it wired up,
Okay.
and I went.
With the kit you ordered.
Yeah, so I ordered an ARB kit, even though it's not an ARB, it's an angle. But I read
A right angle or a left angle?
it's angle, angle. But there's a couple differences between them. My lid opens like a regular cooler from the side, where the ARBs open from the end,
Okay.
which is kind of cool. At first, I didn't like it, but it doesn't have to lift as high to get into it because it's shorter.
Really?
It's a shorter distance to get it wide open. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it-
because you're not opening it long ways, you're
Yeah.
opening it wide.
That's why I
ways.
can still use that upper rack in there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of flimsy.
The lid?
The hinges are pretty flimsy as fuck, and the latches, and it doesn't have. Well, I guess it's all right. It doesn't have a temperature gauge on it, which would be kind
Yeah,
of.
you just have the 1 through
Just a
5.
dial,
You just
yeah.
have 1 through 5, and it does what it does.
Exactly, and like I'll put it on 4 or 5, let it set 24 hours, it cools everything down perfect, and then you once it's cool, you got to start backing it back down, or eventually freeze everything.
The
So-
ice age inside there.
Yeah, I'm constantly messing with it, but I almost have it dialed in, but it's going to change, when I go outside because it's in the garage. But
What if you just put it to 3? Do you think it would have a hard time cooling? Like if you didn't freeze it first, do you think it'd take way longer to cool?
no, I don't think so because it just shuts off whenever whatever 3's temp is, But and you can feel it, you know what I mean? It's super quiet too. I was shocked how quiet it was. But anyways, I need the handles. Remember I told you the tailgate won't shut; it hits the handle.
Yep.
Well, I can't take the handle off because I need to mount it. You don't want it bouncing around back there. So I need to put some ratchet straps on it. So then I thought, I'm probably going to I used to have that tabletop thing back there that the drawers were under.
Yeah.
I'll probably cut that in half and add some legs and then build me a little step.
Sorry. I was gonna see if I could send it to the TV. It's the angle fridge.
This guy's awesome as fuck.
Oh, really? You've seen this one?
No, but he's awesome.
Oh. He just has an angle fridge. So I was trying to see like what it looks like. And
That's the $1,000 one. Yeah.
So do you think this one looks that much better now that you own one?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's got yeah, that would have been a nicer one, but it wouldn't have fit in the Willies.
Okay. Size wise, I got you.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt your story. I was trying
No,
to
this is fine. Yeah,
I was trying to
whenever
use
you
like cool stuff.
when we're
you know?
done though, you're gonna need to send me this link
Okay.
so I have the same video in here.
Okay.
But we can add it on.
But it's not even your cooler, so we should just not.
Yeah. I don't want to cut this whole thing out. We're looking at.
That's true.
So, dude, now we're really like Joe Rogan. You guys can just hang out and listen to us watch TV and comment on this shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, all the good podcasts have this.
Yeah.
They have a TV, and they also have another person who does this instead of me, like my phone volume kicking out and then the TV volume kicking up.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, we just need another person.
yeah,
But I
we
like
need-
that
we need
other
a
part.
volunteer. You only have to live in the West
Go
Valley.
get a girlfriend that's off-roady and sexy.
Oh, and tech. and
Yeah.
technical.
And
That's-
techie,
Good luck, dude.
sexy, so she could do
Hey,
like
hey,
promotions.
Pick any two. You know what's that one like?
Fast, slow, or cheap.
Yeah.
Or fast.
Fast, slow, or cheap.
No, fast, quality, or cheap.
Oh, yeah. Pick any two.
Right. The
So we're gonna get a hag in here who's really smart and.
no. Right.
Great.
So what the hell? You see, this TV's gonna fuck me up. It's gonna distract
I'll
me.
stop it.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, I got to raise that. I just got to do a little bit fine tuning with the fridge. I got the ARB mounted and started to wire it.
The ARB dual compressor.
Dual compressor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm not psychic.
I know. Neither. Yeah. That's right. And that's it. And then I just got to put fluid in the rear axle and
Nice.
go drive it.
How many quarts?
I have no idea.
Many.
A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's quite a few. I think it's almost a gallon.
Is it?
Mhm.
The
I just been buying the gallons of diff oil when I buy it now. Because if I have any left over, great.
yeah, it's the way to
Yeah, I
go.
mean-
yeah. It also stores easier.
Yeah.
But at any rate, and then as soon as it's running, I'm probably gonna zip out, hit Table Mesa, and then head north. Or
Yeah.
I got to get up in the
We got to
mountains.
get out to that Dead Doe Wash Trail in
Yeah,
Flagstaff.
I'm down for it.
Because
Ready.
it'd be cool camping. We could finally go check out the Cinders in Flagstaff. And we could go do I think it's a short rock crawling trail, but it looks good.
Yeah,
See, that would be a good one that we need to pop up on the TV if we were prepared.
yeah.
We could pause and all.
No, it's all right. Oh,
Because I could send you the link.
all right, go for it,
So I got to get my Jeep back together.
dude. I'm dying to go
I-
fucking wheeling.
And we
period.
should hit up Dave in Flagstaff.
Yep. I was doing sign language.
Oh.
I'm a big old
Yeah, but he's
fucking-
got to show. I don't know where it is. That's
I
the
know, I'm
problem.
Yeah, I seen this one. Look, zoom into that sign. That'll tell us where we're at.
I don't know if I can while it's on the phone. I don't even have a picture on the phone.
Jesus Christ, man, get out of 251 to 1. Holy shit. It's just a little baby ledge. This thing looks big because that's a little dinky samurai.
That's not a Samurai, is it?
Yeah.
It's a Willys.
No, it isn't. Get that fuck out of here. Don't you. How dare you.
Dude, this guy rolls though at some point. He doesn't roll, but he gets tippy, and I think this rock looks like somewhere to get tippy.
Look how close they are. That could be
And
a
that's a child.
That's
huh?
probably a go-kart.
Yeah. But this guy Dave I know in Flagstaff, he actually said he knows like of another really good like ledge obstacle and all this stuff.
Is that Dave?
No,
Okay.
he drives a some type of Cherokee. It's like one of the fancy V8 like family Cherokees, but it's like an awesome rock crawler.
Shit, there's snow.
Yeah, well, it's Flagstaff, so depending on the time of year.
See, this is going to be dinky as fuck for us. That
think
little
so?
tiny thing.
But when was the last time you've been rock crawling in Flagstaff?
Never.
Yeah. So is this better than never?
Yeah. They also have the camera really low to make the rocks look big.
Mm.
This better be good. I'm just kidding. I'm just so tainted right now because I need to get out into the pine trees, man.
Oh, look at that. Look at that rear axle. That's
Is
a
that
samurai.
31s?
That's a
Is that-
samurai axle.
Has he got
huh?
31 stickies?
It's-
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
here. So we need to run it uphill.
Is this yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way better uphill.
Well, no, you're scared of uphill, right?
Fuck that. No, I like uphill. Let's turn around.
Oh, we'll do it both ways. If
Yeah.
it's short.
Yeah, let's go down it and turn around
I
and
mean,
come up.
apparently this trail's 8 minutes and 14 seconds. There's no editing.
This is an RC car. Dude. I bet this guy drives in 4 to 1 or 10 to 1 between the obstacles
4 to 1.
too.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes.
What do you do? Oh, put your hand out, buddy. It's
No,
only a
he
samurai.
saved it. He saved it. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, this is gonna be a new part of. I like this one because I just add this video and we'll just have our commentary over it. That's pretty good.
Look, he's already out. He must have edited this.
He must have jumped out. Or is it gonna be slow,
I
slow
skipped
motion?
it. No,
What are you skipping for? You can't
Well-
skip it if I'm gonna let the damn video run. I don't know
Well,
where
there's no
you
sound.
skipped.
There's no sound.
Here, I'll make the sound for it.
All right, now
I need a kazoo.
Hey, this is so you can line it up. He's going down the hill.
Oh, look, that person that was riding with him was fucking out.
Oh yeah, after he rolled.
Yeah. I think that was his kid.
All right, I'll this week I'll hit up Dave, and
Okay.
we need to set a weekend where we're both not going to schedule any work, and we'll go camping, and we'll go wheeling in Flagstaff, and then let's go do the Cinders. Let's try to Uber to the bars one night. Let's
Okay.
let's try to get a whole plan going.
Okay.
Let's be super stinky.
Okay. Ashley's moving into her new home, so either
Yeah,
next
that's a
weekend,
great weekend.
And I
We should
told
do
her
that weekend.
I told her I would paint her garage before we go.
Why not
The
like the
floor.
living room?
The floor.
Oh,
epoxy. It's a brand
epoxy.
new house.
She bought it?
Mhm.
Nice.
She had it built.
Look at that. Okay, so what kind of rig is this?
That's a Samurai.
Well, it does have 3 lug axles.
It's got Toyota axles on it.
Maybe.
But that's pretty common.
Oh, hey, I heard Toyota axles are Samurai 1 tons.
Yeah.
Where's that from? That's from like Snail Trail or
It's one of those other podcasts.
Yeah.
So while we're watching this, let's talk about those guys. Huh?
Which ones?
Should we talk about them? Let's talk
Snail
about
Trail?
all of them. Yeah.
So
Let's see here.
we haven't talked about the other podcast like we mention them, but we don't actually talk about the other podcasts a whole lot.
Right.
I'm trying to pause it.
That was interesting. That was actually pretty fun.
That Toyota is awesome. I would drive that. I would switch to Toyotas for this.
You gonna send me that too?
No.
Or is this an ad?
No, it just played automatically. I don't know how to send you these. Oh, I could screenshot and then relook up the titles.
Yeah. All right.
What off-road, what do you think right now are the best off-roading podcasts? Obviously, we'll be number 1. What do you think is close to us? Like, who do you think is second best? Because we got Snail Trail, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, Total Off-Road podcast, Wheel Every Weekend.
If you got guys that have a little bit of content that kind of just bullshit or Total Off-Road podcast, they're the closest to us,
Yeah.
I think, for doing what we do, sort of, which is nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to say that they do nothing, but you know what? You're right. That is badass. It's called the Sloth,
I think
the
so.
Toyota Sloth. Anyway, sorry. You got to shut that shit off. No. But I mean, like, those guys bullshit back and forth,
Yeah.
and they make random phone calls, and they do live
Yeah.
bullshit. It's not very structured at all.
But is that entertaining to you? Is that like what catches your attention that you like?
Yeah.
Is that why you come back and listen to it?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it depends. I got to be in the mood for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this week, I tried to listen to all of them and couldn't listen to anybody. So I ended up
Yeah,
going to Joe Rogan and Jocko Willink this week, which
that a
was
good one?
badass. Really good. So, but I listened to Jocko too. So
Are you gonna get Stitcher Premium?
no,
No, is it Stitcher or is it
Spotify?
Spotify Premium.
nope.
You're gonna listen to ads on Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I don't care about that. I still
It's
listen
like
to ads on
$10,
Pandora,
dude. It's
So
like
what?
$10.
So what? I still listen to
God, you're cheap. Hey, let me buy this $6 million G part, but I'd rather listen to ads than pay for $10 a month on.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't mind an ad.
Spotify reached out to us.
Did they?
Yeah,
Sweet.
50 cents each if we want to go exclusively to them.
An episode or
No, for 10 years.
okay. Do we get to keep our IP?
Uh-uh.
Do you know what IP is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Intellectual property.
Good job.
Thank you.
It took me like a long time to figure that out. Let's have Barroom Stool Sports pick us up. Yo, El
Ooh.
Presidente.
Yeah. The Prez.
Yeah. You
Hey,
can buy
and-
my shit, bro.
hey,
You can
and-
have the IP too. I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah, but then what
And
if
we
it
won't
gets,
be little bitches about it like those chicks. We'll just
what if it
fucking-
gets so popular? Well, they're still making $500,000 a year, so
Yeah, how could
it'd still be okay.
how's that not enough? Look how late
Well,
we
but
are.
living in New York, trying to be fancy is probably a whole different life and a whole different budget than living in Arizona trying to wheel.
So you got me hooked on them.
Yeah.
Hooked. And I caught
On
up on
Barstool
everything.
or on the chicks?
The chicks or the whole
Call Her Daddy.
yeah, the drama of Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
Then I listened to the very first one that she came out alone with.
Not the first one. Way
No,
back.
I haven't
got
listened
you.
to any of theirs at all.
They're
I didn't give a
brutal,
fuck
dude.
about
No, they're
it.
not brutal. There's very funny ones, and then you're just some days you're like,
I
why
can't
the
stand
fuck
their
am I
voices,
listening
dude.
to- Yeah.
So-
and they get worse.
Dude. So, anyways, she comes back because I wanted to hear like, okay, how's this going to go off without the other host? That was kind of interesting. And
It's a little rough.
I was caught up in the drama, right? So then I was like, yeah, fuck
We're
this.
all excited. We're high. Our voices have raised.
I was
We're
like, fuck this, I'm out of this, right? So, and then she said at the end, next week, Dave's going to be on,
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that guy's funny. I'm going to have to listen to that one too.
And he was kind of boring on that.
Dude, I made it like 10 minutes in, and then I got off of there. I unsubscribed. I deleted the app. I was like, fuck
You
this.
deleted iTunes?
No, I deleted her subscription.
Oh.
Got her out of the
gotcha.
library. I fucking took everything off. I went to YouTube, unsubscribed, deleted, blocked that shit. I want no part of that business, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's the worst. How the fuck is that the number
it's
one
like
podcast?
Yeah, it's like one of the number one.
All because they talk about sexual guys. They're
Yeah,
fucking girls talking like guys,
yeah,
right?
basically.
Yeah, I've never heard.
And all they do is go out, drink, and party, and like.
Dude, she's so phony as fuck. Like, that's what I hate. It's so fucking phony.
Yeah, I definitely think it's getting harder to listen to. I do
You're
the
still
same
in,
thing.
though, huh? You're
No,
still
but like if it comes out and I'm
in.
not.
Where's your collar daddy shirt?
No.
Hey, wait, Rogan and Musk. Oh,
Look at that. That's a cool shirt.
24.
That's the next election year.
Is it? Oh, you're going to wait for...
2024. It's not 24 Skittles.
No. Okay. What? All right. We're way off fucking track right now.
Dude, look, we already hit an hour.
All right. So, no, it's because we took 30 minutes to figure out where the remote was. So, all right. We're going back to making fun of podcasts.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we're number one, obviously. Everyone agrees. They've all texted us that. We've heard it several times. Who do you think is number two? Who's the second best off-road podcast? And we don't have to know them. Like, in your opinion.
The Talent Tank.
Oh.
Those guys are wins. They're win. But that's so specific to Ultra 4.
Yes. See, I'm really hit or miss on the Talent Tank.
No, I like them.
I do like some episodes, and others I just lose interest once in a while. You know, I'll be like, okay.
I think I get that way with all of them, man.
Yeah.
You know, but
I think for me right now, I would say the Wheel Every Weekend one is definitely like
yeah, but they haven't
number
done shit
two.
in a while.
Yeah, they got 2 new ones.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
must
about,
have to
like-
go back and listen.
It's like about electricity and stuff.
Oh, they're funny just because I like
Yeah.
that one.
I like their demeanor. You know how like he's so like, oh God, this thing's such a turd. You know.
Right. I like how he's like, you know what I hate? I hate fucking rooftop racks. But you can go to my website and buy my rooftop rack because I've been using them for
Oh,
years.
rooftop
and years.
tent.
Yeah,
yeah,
tent.
yeah. That's funny.
And then he's like, you know what else is stupid as fuck? Max Tracks. I know we got them hooked to the hood and fucking they work, but they're fuck Max Tracks.
Yeah.
You know what's stupid? Power Tank. But when we air up, man, that fucker works so good. It's like, Jesus, bro.
It's along those lines.
Everything you say you rag on, you do.
Yeah.
Everything. You know what's really dumb?
Or at least-
fucking Overlanders.
At least he says,
Come
I've
visit
done
us
it.
at the Overland Expo next year. And he does.
I love the stories about his chick getting drunk and how she like she spilled her like Philly cheesesteak all over that like $100,000 car and scooped it back into the bread. It's like, it's good.
Dude, when they took those edibles, the weed edibles,
Yeah.
in the beginning they're fine, and then by the
Yeah.
end they're like, what was I saying, man? What was I saying? Yeah, but they're funny, but
Are you allowed to do edibles?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could. What do you mean? Am I loud?
I don't know.
Who's gonna-
Is there repercussions?
My boss, kind of a dick, makes me piss. No, I probably wouldn't do them, but I would sit here and watch you do them.
Yeah, right. Dude.
I don't mind.
No way.
That's funny.
I don't want to die.
So yeah, so then let's see. No, I did have some rants and some other stuff, but
I thought we were rating podcasts.
oh, rating.
Where are you going?
Rating. I don't know.
All right, number 3.
I was going dark.
All right, number 1. Mike and Max's off-road podcast, obviously.
To be honest with you, no bullshit. I listen to ours more than anybody else.
Yeah.
I listened to ours like 4 times, but I actually
But is that part of the editing or after the fact?
after, bro.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like if I get on and I cruise through everything and I don't like any of them,
Yeah.
I'll go back to one of our old ones, man.
Nice.
I do like our own.
Oh,
It's
you're
weird.
trying to up the numbers.
Yeah, probably. Well, I won't lie. I definitely watch it on YouTube on 2 different phones.
Damn.
Normally, while I'm driving, I just have it playing in my back pocket.
Oh,
So I get
gotcha.
the look
Yeah.
or the view, and then I listen to it on Spotify and I listen to it on Apple iTunes. What was that? What are you doing over there, boy?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
Is that an update?
Well, this
Hey,
comes out a
cool.
day after Father's Day.
Cool update.
Yeah, right? Somebody said, what did it say? Happy Father's Day. Unless you drive a XJ, then happy Mother's Day. Or something like that.
Damn.
Dude, we could do our last podcast, just get super fucked up and just brag on everybody. Anyway.
That was our last one? What do you mean our last podcast? Like the last one ever?
What? Yeah, the last one ever.
Oh.
No. I don't know.
You mean the
We don't
first?
want to go pissing everybody off.
You mean like the first one we did?
Okay, I got a bitch.
Oh.
Not a bitch. Yeah, that's where I was. Why did I take it there? Wheel and Wine and Whiskey, guys. Come on now. I listen to your podcast. You talk about rolling the buggy, letting Lorenzo drive and rolling the buggy, and no pictures. I don't think it happened. I think he's full of shit. You know what? I rolled my Jeep, bro.
He's like
Max,
fake content.
dude, man, remember when I rolled my Jeep? It was on its lid.
No.
Yeah, just last weekend. What are you talking about?
Hey, was a Muppet driving it?
No, fucking Muppet. No, bro. I let the handy corn from JCR come over and do it.
That's badass.
He wanted to drive, bring back the old thing.
The handy corn was the shit.
Yeah, he said he won't bring him back.
Yeah, it probably lived its life. It had its purpose. I'm sure you could overdo it real easy.
What was that on? Was that a podcast?
I think it was just YouTube and probably like clips on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
There's always a video.
Those guys are funny as fuck too. They're pretty out there. Everything's kind of late, kind of weak lately. Like even Roadkill Garage sucked this time, and it was horrible.
I've been watching a lot of Top Gear. Just because I really have never watched the old ones, So
I watched the old ones that had that Rutledge Wood on there.
That's what I'm going through right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're pretty good. They're it's entertaining.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
Should I tell you story time? Should we end this bitch with story time?
One story. That's it.
This is a big one. This is a long one. I was
right,
trying to get you to pick this one the other time when I had that piece of paper with me. I was like, it was like my first camping trip.
Okay.
All right, here it is. First
story time.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Bedtime stories. But this is a funny one. All right. I wonder if I should drop names in this. Okay.
No names.
We'll end it after this. It's ridiculous. This is a story about the very first time I ever went camping by myself. I mean, without my parents.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I wasn't alone.
But you had friends.
I was two friends.
Okay.
Scott and Billy.
Oh.
We'll just leave their last names out. Oh. Not your Billy that you know. This is
this is like Colorado stuff again.
Yeah, it was like 17, 16. Oh, shit. I could have been 15. Damn. Scott had a truck. He had an old Dodge Aspen or something like that. It was like an ugly ass Dodge, right?
Okay.
I don't even know what it was. Anyways, had a 3 on a tree with a little 6-cylinder in it. But this is literally all 3 of our very first times ever camping alone. And so anyways, Scott was, he had the truck. Billy lived up at the top of the street. He was just funnier than fuck. That kid's hysterical, right? And then you had me. We all stayed at Scott's house. Even though we lived within 5 feet of each other, we all stayed at Scott's house so that we wouldn't be late because we're going to leave early, right?
Okay.
And we're going to Harrison Park, Colorado, which is one of my mom's boyfriends lived up there, this dude, Jim. Okay, so I lived there for like, I want to say 2 years. I don't know how many years we lived there, but we lived there. So I kind of knew that mountain. You know what I mean? Sort of. So we went in there. Scott brought his dirt bike, whatever else. But we broke it up like Scott was supposed to bring utensils.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everyone brings something.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody brought food or whatever, blah,
nice.
blah, 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 blah. So we drive back to the campground. We get all the way back there. And so we're all 3. It's a single cab truck, right? It's kind of funny, kind of irrelevant. But anyways, we drive back there. we hit run. We're trying to get deeper and deeper and deeper looking for that, primo perfect camp spot.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Right?
Hours.
I'm very particular about the camp spot I like to be in, right? So, which is funny. My neighbor's the exact same way, dude.
Oh, good.
But now I know your pain. So it's just like, holy fuck, dude.
Oh, waiting for someone else to find the perfect spot.
He's the same way, bro. It's like, what about this? What about this? I'm like, it's not different 5 feet over, dude. Like, it's the exact same from there to here.
And at 2 a.m, that's rough,
So, right.
Like, it's dark. Just
one time.
It was. You're right. It was only once.
So, anyways, but yeah, so we go back in there. We're trying to. It's only a 2-wheel drive truck, by the way. We're trying to bash through this snowdrift.
Oh,
and the front end
nice.
slides down and smashes it in on a tree, right? So it's stuck now in the snowbank. Scott's fucking pissed, losing his shit, right? He's all pissed off because we just smashed his truck up. We're only 17. But so he unloads his dirt bike, and I told him, dude, Jim lives fucking 15 minutes from here. Let's just go to his house. And mind you, that dude hadn't been with my mom for like, I don't know, fucking
years.
Yeah, long ass time.
Yeah.
So anyways, Scott and I jump on his dirt bike together, which is super gay. And then we haul ass over to Jim's house. And Jim's like an old little biker dude, you know what I mean, weed head or whatever. And he's like, who the fuck's knocking on my door? You know what I mean? He's like one of these guys, right? He's all whatever. And we're like, Jim, I know you probably don't know who the fuck I am, but like, I go, we broke down, or we're stuck in this drift. We need some help. So long story short, he followed us out there, and he did pull us out of the drift. Then he fucked off. And then, so, cool anyways, never heard from him. Anyways, yeah, cool dude. He helped us out and then went on his way. And then, anyways, so we get back in. So we get out. We're like, all right, can't make it past the drift. We'll set up camp. So we're like, all right, let's set up camp. Let's get out some bacon, some fucking whatever we're going to eat. Let's eat. No fucking utensils, right? There ain't nothing. So, so let's see here. I'm trying to remember it's a long time ago. No utensils. We're trying to whittle sticks with we're whittling sticks with a knife. We did have like a buck knife.
Make it skewer, basically.
Yeah.
Something.
And we're cooking bacon on these tree branches and shit and laid them on a rock. And it was a fucking mess, right? So we're eating. We get it all going. And Scott decides he's going to shoot a squirrel, I think, with a BB gun, you know? So he's like,
hell yeah,
plinking away on this BB gun. So something happened, but he wouldn't. This hold on. Somewhere along the line, I don't know if he got mad or what. Anyways, maybe I was pissed. He was like, hey, let me have the BB gun too, you know? And he wouldn't do it. Somehow I ended up shooting his truck, right? With the BB gun. He got super fucking pissed. So he jumped on his dirt bike and just ran, ripping around everywhere, all angry.
Chasing away the squirrels.
Doing whatever the fuck he was doing, blowing off steam. Runs out of gas in the dirt bike. No big deal, right? So we throw the dirt bike back in the truck. We're sitting there, and we're looking around. We're like, this fucking camp is trashed, right? It was so destroyed. So we moved camp because that one was too fucked up. So we moved camp like 40 yards to the left. And now the sun's going down. We got a nice little fire going, and we have marshmallows on a stick. And Billy's got. It's really weird for me to tell the story without saying the last name, so that's where I'm hanging up in my brain.
Good,
so I'm trying not to say the last names. But so Billy had like, I don't know, 6 or 7 marshmallows on his stick in a row, right? And he's cooking them, and we're all sitting there huddled around the fire because none of us would go get firewood. We're all like, "Fuck you, you get firewood." He's like, "Fuck you, dude."
So it's about to run out.
We're all getting angry at each other, you know. So Billy takes the fucking, he lights his marshmallows on fire. They're the big ones. The whole thing's engulfed like a torch, right? He's like, yeah, look at that. They're perfect. They're perfect. And we're all making fun of like, that's burnt, bro. Well, he spins the fucker like a top, and it threw hot flaming marshmallows all over everybody, dude. Well, me and Scott. So we're freaking out. We're like, fuck,
but
Billy.
including him. He's
him
the
too,
closest.
dude. It was in his lap everywhere. Shit was everywhere. Burning us. It was on our shins. And the and then so we got no food. It's all fucked up. We're starving. The dirt bike don't have any gas. Scott's ran out of BBs or whatever. The whole thing was a fucking joke. And then it's like dark, dusk out or whatever. And we're sitting there. We're like, go get firewood. He's like, fuck you, dude. You get firewood. So we're waiting and waiting and waiting. Coals get all the way down where there's no flames. And we hear, oh. We looked at each other and just said, pack it up. Pack that shit up. We're getting the hell out of here. And it was like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 in the morning. Maybe 2 in the morning at this time.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck. We wrapped that shit up real quick, threw it in Scott's truck, and then we're driving out. And we're going fast for some fucking reason.
I'm scared.
And the headlights started to dim. They're dimming down to nothing, like candlelights out front now, right? And this fucking noise was going beep, like the seatbelt, like one of those alarms, or like the door is on, or the whatever, the beep. It was just a constant beep. We couldn't, and this truck's too old for that. We couldn't figure out what the hell it was. But it's all beep, and Scott's like, what is that fucking noise, man? And we're like, why are you going so fast? And it was total chaos. And he starts kicking the dash, trying to get the fucking beep to shut up. Well, the alternator was dying, and everything was dying. We didn't know the alternator wasn't working. These were stupid kids.
Yeah.
So it's going out, and he's trying to keep it running because it was trying to die.
Revving it up.
Yeah, so he's trying to drive it, trying to run it. It's a 3-on-a-tree stick, and he's fucking, and we have no headlights. And every time he'd try to go slow, it would stall. So he would dump the clutch and restart it, and fucking, dude, it's
just kicking the truck.
Total chaos. So we're hauling ass down this 4-wheel drive trail, right? And I told Scott, I was like, dude, if you fucking kill us, I'll kill you, man. Like we were laughing about that later, that I was going to kill him after we got killed, At any rate, Billy and I ended up having to dig out lanterns and walk in front of the truck because it was so fucking dark to get us off the main mountain, right?
Damn.
So we finally get out to the main road, and we can't figure it out. All we know now is we have no headlights. The damn thing will barely start. So we push start it, and jump it, and we take off. Then we're driving, and we're on the way out. So you basically had the main highway and then a big old long, like 40-mile side road, back to where we were at. We're on that side road somewhere. And it dies. It finally dies. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's no cell phones back then or anything like that, So we're sitting there. We're like, what are we going to do? Scott's like, well, take the bike. We're like, bike's out of gas, stupid. You know what I mean? So now we have no gas, and we're all fucking arguing with each other. So Scott says, I'm going to hitchhike in. And I swear to God, it was a Volkswagen with an axe murderer in it, right? He pulls over, and he's like, yeah, man, come with us. There's like 4 teenagers in there, older kids. And they're all hippies, dude. Fucking the smoke that came out of that. And we're like, so Billy and I looking at each other, and all we got's the BB gun. And we're like, well, Scott's fucking dead. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. And we couldn't talk him into staying. We're like, these guys are seriously going to fucking kill you. So Scott disappears. And Billy and I are just sitting in the truck for hours, bro. We're just in there for I remember just being hours and hours and hours. So anyway, he and I ended up falling asleep, hugging each other. Not hugging, but we're all like out because we're freezing our balls off. You know what I mean? We're laying on each other. We got the gun with us, and we hear him fucking knock on the window like 4 hours later. Boom, boom, boom.
Damn.
Scott made it home. He ended up grabbing my dad, or he got his dad, and he went and got my dad, and then they got the Bronco, my dad's Bronco. They came up and got us. But this seemed way funnier a long time ago, but I totally don't remember it, like all of it.
Wow.
At any rate, they ended up towing the truck home, but it ended up being an alternator. But we got rescued our very first night out. We never even made it.
But what a shit show.
It was a total shit show, yeah. And we trashed the
But
first
hey,
camp.
being young, I mean, it's obviously a great story thinking back,
Yeah, I wonder why I thought that was so much
Out
funnier.
loud, it's not so great, but like thinking back, it's probably a great story.
You need to be on edibles. That would have been a funny fucking story. It was funny back then. You know who's going to think it's funny? Scott and Billy, if he's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they listen, you think?
Scott might. I don't think Billy does.
No. Doesn't sound like a good friend.
Did you? I don't think we are friends anymore. Sometimes you got to move on in life, bro.
All right. Well, we haven't been wheeling. We got no more updates. We
You
just
can
got
tell
to hear
by that shitty story.
We just got to hear the best story ever. And
God damn, we laughed so hard about that though. When we were younger, that was the funniest shit ever, man.
Nice.
Not good, huh? Really? It wasn't that good.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
It's a struggle. I think I yawned twice.
Yeah, that's what throws me off, bro. I feed off of your reaction. You're over there yawning, looking at your phone, and I'm trying to.
All I do is shut the screen off.
Just fucking laugh and like pitch
At
in,
what?
bro. Whatever, make it up.
Twigs. All right. Well, that's it for this week. We will we will talk to you next week.